Welcome to the Learning Session at the beginning of every one of these hatecasts. This is your host, Bryce Allen, and Chaos and Pain LLC is not holding me against my will. So, with that being said, guys, I have 3 announcements that I need to tell you about right now. So, first and foremost, if you go over to the site associated with this wonderful podcast that you're listening to right now, you go over to www.chaosandpain.com, you will notice that there's been a little bit of a change with the site. We have done away with the old meathead podge together site, and we have lifted ourselves up and gone into the future. We are now on a prettier, more professional, easily you access things easier. I don't know what the word, but it's really cool thing that we spent a lot of time making happen for you guys, so that buying from us, buying our products are going to be easier than ever. Dealing with wholesale is going to be easier than ever. Even reading our blogs, which will be posted on the site under the blog section that is actually a functioning blog section, will be more easily accessed by you guys on the new, more professional, prettier site. But with that being said, everything, like big change wise, usually goes without a hiccup, so there shouldn't be any issues, right? But if there is, please let us know. Unlike other companies, anything that I hear from the comment section, because I'm the one reading those, anything that I hear from Twitter, because I'm the one that took over Twitter, and I'm currently interacting with you guys on there on a daily basis. Anything that is messaged to the Facebook, which again I manage. I look at all the messages. I talk to you back and forth about your order issues and all that jazz. I usually get things sorted out. Well, I can usually get things sorted out. So if you have any issues that you come across with the new site, the new platform that we're using, please let us know so that we can get that taken care of, so that other people don't have to go through the misery of technical issues. So, that's the first announcement. The second announcement is we will be pushing super hard in the next 1 to 3 months, depending on how easily we can get this stuff set up, to get these hatecasts available on different platforms. Now, I know I've said this before, but we had a hiccup when it came to SoundCloud. We recently got that all banged out. SoundCloud should be one of the first things that pops off for us, so I'm going to go ahead and link our SoundCloud in the description box below. Give me some time to get the episodes up on there, because again, most of this stuff when it comes to social media is run by one person, so please be patient. I will get those up on SoundCloud, every episode up for your viewing pleasure. Go ahead and toss us a follow on SoundCloud if you are part of that community. Also, we will be getting up on Stitcher, iTunes. We're looking into Podbean. For those of you who use that ultra niche, I think it's actually exploded in popularity. But we'll be up on there, so we're gonna be in the most amount of places for the most amount of people, because we've actually had a lot of people who listen to the hatecast drive long hours on something like big rigs or work manual labor jobs, where all they can do is listen to a podcast, and they like the YouTube thing, but they don't want to pay for YouTube Premium, so they want another. Okay, now in the next 1 to 3 months, we have you, every one of you guys who have said that to me, which has been a lot. We have you covered, so please be patient, and we'll get each and every single one of the hatecast up for your listening pleasure over in those other venues. By the way, from now on, I will, not this one, the next one, or the next one, because I'm going to be gone for about 1 week, but it's going to have 2 hatecasts aired while I'm gone. So, in the next, let's see here. Let me actually get some dates for you guys. So, the 30th should be the first podcast where I am going to make more of an effort to kind of do something, take into consideration that we have people that are listening only now. So if you tell me to have someone explain that in words and not just show me on the camera, that's for that reason, because there's going to be some people that are going to be listening to this over on Stitcher, iTunes, SoundCloud, and whatever else we have available. So just so everybody knows that I'm not trying to fish for content, although that's nice. I don't have to do much more work. That is the reason behind that. The third big announcement, which this one's kind of a niche announcement, it may not apply to many of you, but then again, it may actually apply to a lot of you. So something we've been kind of hit hard with is people saying, you know, I get paid bi-weekly, or I don't have this amount of money to take advantage of your sales, although I want to stock myself up. I can't right now because of this or that reason. Well, we have partnered with, let me get their names, not trying to draw out anything, because I would never try and draw out anything to buy myself time in order to get the information for you guys, which I always have available because I am super prepared. Okay, Zezel. That was actually kind of clever. So Zezel is somebody that we have partnered with on our store. So Zezel is a company that allows you to, and I'm reading this straight from them, buy now and pay later with 0 interest and 0 fees. That's the important part. Your order is shipped right away, easy automatic payments. Zezel splits your purchase into 4 payments automatically deducted from your debit or credit card every 2 weeks. So, for those people who have reached out and asked me specifically, I mean, I'm the one interacting with you guys all the time, me specifically on our secret Facebook group, amongst other places, that they would like an option to pay later. This is actually something that you guys can, this will be like Merry Christmas to you guys. So, with that being said, guys, these do work with sales too, so you can take advantage of the sales, stock yourself up, and then make bi-weekly payments. So pretty cool stuff going over here, and that's kind of why our products have been slow to launch, because we've been working on this. By the way, I have word, PermaSwole, March 15th. That is the tentative date. So if it's a week off, just notice with March 15th is the date that we have for the new PermaSwole, which I will probably like flash the label or something up here for you guys. So yeah, really exciting news about that. But anyway, this intro section's been too long anyway, so let me go ahead and go on into what the episode's about so you guys can know that, because that's important, and then get on to enjoying the episode. So in this episode, Ed and I, so Ed Shanks is somebody who's been in or around the fitness industry for 19 years. He just turned 40, so he's officially old man status. And he's doing some writing for us. He's working with us on some other back-end stuff, and he's an overall jacked, nice, and very knowledgeable dude. We go into some of his writings recently, which is the Neuromuscular Training is what he calls it. It's known by another name, which is unilateral training, right? Which is kind of, it was in vogue, and then it fell out of vogue, and we're trying to bring a little bit of it back because it's something that somebody can utilize in order to further their training. We go over that and a bunch of other stuff. This is casual Sunday goodness, but I will narrow the topics down to something in either the title of the episode, which I'm trying to get better on those, or the description. So for those of you, one person who reads those, I appreciate you, and the information will be there for you. So without further ado, guys, enjoy the show. Long-winded as shit. They're all involved in the hatecast, which we're now recording, because I like to do that now. Okay, well, welcome to the hatecast. This will be another casual Sunday. For those of you who are unaware, we have a newsletter that can make you aware of this. Oh, wait, no, we don't, because we don't have that functionality yet. But you can go ahead and click that subscribe pillow for absolutely no reason, and it'll pause the video, and it'll make me laugh. So, what do we have on the docket today? That's right, nothing, but something I would like to talk about is your blog that you just wrote for us. Let's talk a little bit about that. So what was it? It's neuromuscular training.
Yeah, dude, neuromuscular training.
Let's talk a little bit about what that is and how people can implement it.
Cool. Well, I'm old now. I'm 40 officially.
Okay.
I made it. I think they say like you're officially.
Oh yeah,
adult
happy
40.
birthday, by the way. I just never get
Thank
on
you.
Facebook enough to.
I don't either. I mean, I'm just like so busy because I'm 40. I'm an adult now, apparently.
Yeah. I don't know, but neuromuscular training. So you're a tortoise now, and you decided to write about something that can help turtles. No, help everybody, really.
Yes.
So neuromuscular training. Now, this must be a little bit of a important subject to you because you had a nerve issue. So let's talk a little bit about neuromuscular training. So what exactly is it?
Well, let me just preface this by saying I was blinded by the light.
Right.
Look up like this in the middle of the night. Like I don't even know what they're really saying on there, but it's not what you think. It's not a douche. It's like, you know what I'm talking about at all? You know what I'm talking about? What song?
No.
Manfred Mann's Earth Band, Blinded by the Light?
Nope.
Blinded by the light, wrapped up like a douche in the middle of the night. Yeah. What?
I've probably heard it. I just, it's not registering. So go ahead, neuromuscular training, blinded by the light.
Yeah, so blinded by the light. So I basically, used to kind of just pick weights up and put them down, and I would lift heavier weights, and I would get bigger and stronger, and it was really cool. And then I started adding variation, and started to get like really big, and I was like, whoa, this is cool how you can do this stuff, Yeah. And I always kind of just thought about it strictly as, a soft tissue muscular function. And again,
dang it, there's something in my eye.
What is wrong with your eye?
I know. I have pink eye.
What is
from
wrong
eating
with
ass?
Tossing salad. Tossing salad. That's the appropriate term.
Tossing salad, yeah. No, I have it was in the Jay Ashman episode too, where I'm like, yes, blink, 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 and then I just rub the shit out of my eye. Well, hey.
Wink, wink.
There's a Jay Ashman clause in my
marriage.
Anyway.
Hey, by the way, have you seen Big Trouble in Little China yet?
Neuromuscular training. Let's go back to that.
You can neuromuscular training this up your ass until you watch Big Trouble in Little China.
No, so okay. So what is the crux of this? Like what's
the crux? You need to stop using words like that. But anyways, so why? Okay.
Somebody called me a crock once, or was that? I think I got that wrong. I'm sorry. The internet's a cruel place.
That's why I don't really pay attention to it that much. I guess I should more, right?
Okay. Neuromuscular training.
Yeah. So anyways, I used to think of it as like soft tissue, more concentrating on that, like eat food, grow, get bigger, more cells, multiply, hyperplasia, hypertrophy, creatine, all that.
All the buzzwords.
All the buzzwords. Bzzz. And you know what caffeine does.
Oh my God. Make you fucking itch your eye. Jesus Christ.
Oh my gosh.
Well, first of all, I'm blind as a bat. And second of all, there's something in it.
Yeah, bats are... I'm not saying anything.
All right, what are the two things that I have in common with... What are the two things that I have in common with Batman?
You have a utility belt?
Both my parents are dead. Go ahead. I was adopted. They both did die.
I know. That's
just got dark. The Dark Knight.
That's
Have
one
you
of
seen
those
Big
jokes.
Trouble in Little China? Answer!
That's one of those jokes where it's like the record player's like, and you're like,
This has
and-
gone down
or
the tubes, the
or
YouTubes.
crickets.
But anyway, so
Okay.
neuromuscular
Yes.
training. We'll get to it eventually, guys. Trust me. So,
So, anyways, the neuromuscular training, right?
right,
I used to think of it all as soft tissue and getting it bigger and stronger and lifting and eating and calories and macronutrients and micronutrients
right,
and whatever. And I knew caffeine could get you, hyped up in that frame of mind, but you never really, and you understand it impacts your nervous system.
yeah,
They tell you that everywhere, but you don't really understand how your nervous system is involved in how you move until you have an injury like I did,
right,
where I was big, muscular, and yet I couldn't control the movement of my arm and it hurt all the time. So, you know, one of the things I've always kind of dealt with, and I think most people do have been lifting for a long period of time, even those that begin
right,
lifting, is that there's some kind of imbalance. We all have it.
right,
We just don't realize how much of an imbalance we have. I know I have a pretty significant imbalance with my right leg, taking more of the load than my left one because
right,
of some ankle injuries, and also my right leg is my dominant leg. So combine both of those together, and it's like great,
yeah,
double whammy. And I've been kind of fighting with different ways to try to correct that, but and for years.
right,
When it came to bodybuilding, it was like, well, I want to be more aesthetically even though I was already aesthetically even. You're like the small little differences only you notice. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, oh, my lat tie-in's a little bit. What's going on here? Oh, my hips are a little off.
But don't you feel there's a little bit of false worry when it comes to that for beginners too? So like when it comes to neuromuscular training,
Mm-hmm,
specifically unilateral movements, like in your article,
mm-hmm,
right?
mm-hmm,
You
mm-hmm.
need to start that early so that problems don't develop later.
Yes,
Because
exactly.
we all put weight on this bar, right? And we all have, the weight shifts to one side eventually, right? So it
Mm-hmm.
should be even. In a perfect world, we would all be symmetrical
Perfect.
little flowers,
Yes.
and we would all have maximum stimulation of muscles and throughout the entire movement. But that's just not how things work. See, you do a deadlift and you're always leaning to one side or the other, even if just slightly, no matter how hard you work on your form, which is where one of the movements you wrote about, the one-legged dumbbell deadlift, could come into play.
RDL.
Right.
RDL bra. Come on, use the lingo.
So, what exactly does neuromuscular training? So,
Sure.
what's one way that people can implement it?
Dude, there's so many so many different ways that I'm gonna do several different articles on this. That
Right.
I have some time. I've been doing some behind the scenes secret agent type stuff
Secret
for the
agent type
past
stuff. Yeah.
secret agent type stuff for the past couple of weeks. So haven't had time to really get my right on.
Article on.
But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna add some more stuff to it. But yes, as far as movements go, the little tiny things that you can do. And the whole idea is that we've discovered more and more and more that the way that we learn and the way that we move our bodies and stuff, that grows over time and those pathways develop over time. And that is basically your neuro chain, so to speak.
Right.
If you're unfamiliar with it, your neurons work on your muscle fibers. Basically, two types of them cause them to, contract and move against each other, and that causes your muscles to flex and extend and
Right.
all that good stuff. Well, the whole idea is that when you isolate, certain movements how they should be in a specific way, and you train or kind of activate that whole neuro pathway, you can correct imbalances that you have.
Right.
So, one of the simple one that anybody can do, and it's the easiest one of all, bro, lunges. I mean,
Lunges, yeah, yeah.
are you kidding me? Now, one way you can ensure that you have good form is you get a PVC pipe or whatever, a small little one, and you hold it back like this, and you keep your body and your spine straight in
Right,
alignment, and you just the whole idea is that people don't realize when you do a lunge, if you're really doing a lunge, your feet should be lined up.
right, right.
They should
Now,
be
mind
lined
you,
up.
guys, this also has to do with when he's describing this. It's not
Hmm.
particularly for people that are freakishly tall like myself, because in any movement, when it comes to squat, a lunge, something like that, my tibias are not straight, and that's just because they're I always have that tall guy problem of things being out of place for someone who should normally be in the movement, which, by the way, we'll talk about here in a minute, because that is a good thing to discuss for us. But go ahead. You were saying PVC pipe, back straight, all that jazz.
Hold on, your tibias are
Not my tibias.
curved.
No, 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 no. So my knees are past my toes when I'm squatting.
When
Right?
oh,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
well, yeah, mine do too.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, there's people do they do not, like, for instance, Pinley rows, right? So
Hmm.
Pinley rows would be a fantastic exercise for anybody who's not 6'5". Pinley rows for me, I actually have to go get those step up things and place the bar on that and kind of do deficit Pinley rows, just because if I do them from the ground, I am hunched over. Like, it's really really bad.
Hmm.
But I'm just talking about stupid little things like that. Like, you might have to make some adjustments, you know. So that's all. But anyway, go back
Gotcha.
to what you were saying.
So the whole idea. Thank you for getting me track. I love it, dude. The whole idea is to strengthen the weaknesses so that you basically you build up imbalances, and when you do this, you actually get stronger. Because one of the main reasons people don't realize that you fail to get stronger is your neuromuscular connections have adapted to a specific movement, and more than likely that's caused by some kind of imbalance. Because if you are balanced, then the weight itself should be enough of a stimulus, regardless of how much you might respond.
Right.
It's going to be again smaller, depending upon how long you've been training longer than you have been shorter, as far as growth and strength goes. But anyways, the whole idea is that that's going to allow you to progress faster, strength-wise, and build more muscle faster as well too.
Right. Another variation that did you mention the one-handed dumbbell bench press?
I don't know if I did or did not. I do love that. I do know with that though, you tend to need to go lighter in weight.
Well, of
You know,
course. Well, of
yes,
course. I
but more
mean,
than like, well, all of them you tend to need to go. The whole idea is not to lift the gym. Just destroy the weights and set off the Grunk alarm and Planet Fitness and all that stuff. The whole
yeah,
idea with this is just to get the movement down so that the neural pathways are built, and then you can take that same movement pattern and apply it to your other compound movements and major lifts,
yeah,
and that's going to get you stronger. So yes, you use less weight, and I do like that. It's great for kind of teaching you, balance. But
right,
I would say that I would think it would be most efficient if you have your back completely stabilized against the bench,
right,
and then that way when you lift with each arm, not only are you working that specific side, but you're stabilizing your core.
right,
And when
right,
you're
right,
stabilizing your core in that way, then you do each side. When you get to the double, you're gonna know what it's supposed to feel like.
right.
And I guess it's just so simple, but most people just I never did it, and I've been training for 20 to 22 years, but it's about feeling the movement basically,
Yeah,
and there's some other little things, little tricks you can do that make it better, and I'm gonna do some more articles on those, so I'm not really gonna go into
okay,
detail
yeah,
about that right now, but there are other things that you can do as well to kind of even speed up the process.
yeah,
But the big takeaway I want people to get from it is that your nervous system, your brain, all that stuff controls everything.
Right.
And that's like above everything else. So if you stimulate it in the right ways, then you cause a reaction of events to occur that cause you to basically have to adapt, and you're forced to build muscle and get stronger.
Right, because if you get stronger, that will almost, if your diet is in place, will get you more muscle,
Yeah.
And I think there's been this over concentration, and I mean, I might be a little bit of a proponent of this, but talking about how I like barbell movements better and stuff like that, I think there's an opposite problem where we had a couple years ago where everybody was doing like unilateral everything, right? You remember that?
Yeah,
Like
it
for a
was.
short time there.
It was, and it's see, and the problem I kind of have with that is that you can, if you do too much of it and you try to go too heavy, and that was a trend with it, in my
Right.
opinion, instead of using it as a tool to make your compound lifts and your more whole body
Right.
lifts more efficient and better, it was used to lift as much weight as possible with one arm.
Right.
And that's really not the goal of neuromuscular training. So what would happen is that actually created more imbalances in a lot
Yeah.
of those people,
Yeah.
because they're lifting too heavy. Because think about it, you're here and you're like, oh man, these 10 pounds, this is great. Well, dude, I'm going to do 25. So I can do 25, all of a sudden, next thing you know, you're dipping a little bit on this side and you don't even feel it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the next thing you're like, you don't dip as much on this side
Yeah.
because this side's a little bit more stable right here in your lower abs. You don't even realize it. So then
Yeah.
next thing you know, you start twisting. Then you get back to benching, you're twisting. Then you're squatting, you're twisting. Then your ankles start getting off balance. I mean, dude, it's like it just one little thing is off in your balance, and that's what's so hard about it. Everything just deteriorates.
Yeah. And you've done a lot of writing for us on posterior chain, because that
Yes.
seems to be where it
Yep.
can hurt you the most. Like there's a
Yes.
reason why people don't like doing legs. It's
Yeah.
because legs and anything posterior chain is harder. It just is. You
It
can
is.
go in there, and I know people can bench more or can squat more weight usually than they can bench, right?
Yep.
But
Yep.
the movement in and of itself is harder. That's
Yep.
why a lot of the stuff that he concentrates on is posterior chain.
Yep.
And you will, I mean, I'm going to put you on the spot here. Can you do an article on upper body muscular imbalances and how to fix those,
Yeah.
or something
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah.
Because I think that, like I was saying, whereas a couple years ago everybody was doing, unilateral movements for absolutely everything, and just like, trying to do it that way. Now we've moved over to everybody using almost exclusively barbells for absolutely everything. I think.
Everything.
And that has to
Yes.
do with the popularity of strongman, the popularity. I mean, there are these camps where you have people go in that are, Olympic weightlifters and everything like that. These are strong dudes. They have X's on the ground where you're supposed to place your feet so that you can get the right foot placement every single time. They have little tweaks like that for everything, right? And because of that, they end up in the position that they end up being in on these training camps, becoming very, very strong. But when it comes to training with like new equipment, into a new gym, when they hit competition time, they all fall apart because they don't have those X's to line up at, right? It's the same thing with doing barbell movements every day. Like you might do barbell movements like you do in barbell bench press, but the moment dumbbells go in your hand, one side just isn't as strong. It's pathetic, right?
Yeah.
And those type of muscular imbalances do not rear their ugly head until you're like 3 to 5 years training, and then you're like, oh well, shit,
Yeah.
So take
Yeah.
care of them now,
Yep. You'll be
And-
bigger. You'll get much bigger if you don't have imbalances.
And not only that, but you'll also be stronger. But there's another component of being strong, which is feeling strong in the movement, right?
Yes, exactly. And that's where the neuromuscular training goes, is building that pathway so that you're strong and comfortable in that movement.
Right. Because what you'll find is a lot of people are strong people, but
Hmm.
there's some point in the movement that either they get a little hiccup or they struggle with a lot, right? Like you always hear
Hmm.
people about working on their lockout by not really working on their lockout, by doing some bullshit, right?
Yeah.
And then you go, oh, well, do you do any unilateral movements or do you,
Hmm.
work this or work that? I mean, you know, I cannot tell you how many times I've heard of people getting stuck on like a bench lockout, but they don't
Hmm.
do anything else other than bench. It's like they work on their tricep because I think we've gotten to a point there where triceps are concentrated on, like everybody likes big arms and oh heck yeah. But I don't think people um, put these unilateral movements with enough importance. And then when they do, they put too much importance on it. So it's a balancing act. How would you go about, like for example, the bench press? How would you go about implementing in someone's programming a unilateral movement? Like, would you have them do, like barbell bench press and then dumbbell bench press after that, some sort of variation? Or would you have them do barbell bench press one day and then dumbbell bench press the other in the week?
Sure, sure. Honestly, with neuromuscular, training, I like to do that part of the training before doing the any kind of like compound movement now. I just think that I can tell. I can tell. I just feel that it's going to help you because you want to have that pattern of movement when you're doing the compound movement, right?
Right, right,
So when it comes to bench press, I think you're absolutely right. Like I would do a couple lightweight single arm dumbbells, make
right,
sure it feels
right.
good and comfortable. Then I would do a set of dumbbells by themselves. Then I would move on to the barbell bench press,
Yeah.
and then go ahead.
Well, your pre-exhaust, your chest pre-exhaust
Yeah,
would be another good option too.
it would be another definitely a good option because and depending again what you're trying to accomplish when you're benching. Are you trying to accomplish maximum size or are you trying to accomplish maximum strength? Those are two different things. Like if you're
Right,
going for maximum size, then you're going to want to be able to get maximum contraction of the pec.
right,
And the best way to do that is, like you just said, the pre-exhausting with a fly, because that works that pec muscle. So then you can feel that when you're doing your dumbbells
right,
or you're doing your bench press.
right,
So yes,
right.
you know,
So for
and that's
someone in the strength world, how would they do it?
mhm. Strength. I would probably go more definitely with like some dumbbells and not really, mess with the flies. Um, I just don't. If you're going for strength, you just train differently, and I don't want to put your arms in a you know kind of like a I don't know a flat or a extended position
Right,
before
right, right,
you actually try to go hit those compound strength numbers. So definitely doing something where you're getting your mind to fire the muscle or give it a fire. That's
right,
the way to do it. Like I find out myself that some of my most successful training is when I combine the neuromuscular training with kind of like I ramp up to like a 5 rep max of what I feel comfortable that day on whatever compound movement it is. So if I have an
right.
injury, then I can adjust to it, which I'm kind of dealing with my left leg right now. Um,
What
love
happened
it.
there?
Uh, dude,
You
I
and the wife
just,
get busy or something, or what's?
of course, and it was just, man, the bed's broken. It's not good.
Right,
It's,
right,
it's,
right. Happens to us all. Yeah.
it does. No, doing squats, and I was like 225 was in the bar, and I was working on my form, and part of my imbalance, issues come from a lot of them come from my ankle.
Right,
Like
right.
yeah. So that's, trying to concentrate on pushing through the floor, grabbing the floor with the ankle. Basically, more to simplify it, trying to get the glutes more involved, because when you grab the ground with your feet, you actually get more of a glute contraction and a
Right,
hamstring
right.
contraction as well. So I was doing it, and I was just like going down fast and destroying it, and I was like, I haven't squatted in about a month or so, and went in there and was like 225. Are you kidding me? It's like good, just nailing it,
Yeah.
just pounding it away like a porn star.
Right,
And
right,
then
right.
and then all of a sudden it's like, ooh, that kind of felt weird when I bottomed out on that one. So
Wait a minute. What day did this happen?
I don't know. Why do you ask?
Was this on your birthday?
No, no,
Okay,
no,
I was
no,
about to
no,
say that's like your body
no,
saying, "I'm 40."
no, 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 no. Now this happened
Yeah.
like I think it was. Let me see here. It's been 2 weeks, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Two, 2 weeks. So it's still a little, you know,
Yeah.
tender. So, like for example, today I did 275 for five. Everything
Right.
felt fair, pretty comfortable. Then I'm like, yeah, it feels good, but I feel like I'm gonna, just stop right here. 'Cause if I go
Right.
anymore, I know that my right leg's gonna start taking more of the weight, and my left leg just might hurt it more. It felt a little weaker right there, but I got some activation and it's not in pain, so I'm, good.
Yeah.
But then what I did is I dropped down to 90% of that, and then I did two more sets of 5 reps. And when I did that, it was it was so light. Just
Right.
you blow it away. You're like, well, this is great, great form. Go down, up, squeeze at the top, get the glute, hamstring, squeeze at the top, contract, max contraction, all that stuff, activation. Bam, do two of those, and you're like, wow, all right, on to my metabolic training of the day,
Right.
aka fat burning phase of my workout. Wink. Wow.
There you go.
Yeah.
But I will say that when it comes down to something like that, was that do you have any like calcification around your ankle from when you were playing ball or no?
I mean, who knows? I don't think so. I do know that I had major ligament um, damage around my ankle,
Right.
and my ankle is still like it's still larger today than my right ankle. My left one is.
Okay.
You know, and
Yeah.
and it's also tighter. In certain positions.
Right.
I can feel it, and you're like, oh. And I've always been just kind of battling to regain that proprioception or proprioception.
Right. Right.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. No, I
What a
get
big
you.
word. Yeah.
Crux. But
Crux.
crux.
Crux. That shoe?
Yeah.
Got your
No,
Crux on today?
those are Crocs, and I do own a pair. Thank you.
Who doesn't,
Um,
bro? Who doesn't, bra?
Man, holy crap! Look at that supplemental moon face I got going on.
Moon face.
Yeah, I got moon face.
I don't know what that means.
A lot of water retention.
Oh.
But anyway, when it comes down to it, man, I'm so glad that you wrote that article because it lets more people know about neuromuscular training and something that they can do to improve their lifts. When it comes to something like that, like my training right now consists of mainly bodybuilding because, like I've said before, this year is going to be about size. I really have to kind of flesh out my physique in order to get up on stage eventually. So I'm probably going to get super fat later, and I'm sure people will, message me about it and comment on it on the Facebook, like, looks like he doesn't even lift, bro. Like, okay, thank you. Bryce doesn't lift Allen. It's fine. But I've been concentrating on my big compound movements being in the 6 all the way up to 20 rep range, and that's something people don't often do either. Is
Yes.
doing hitting those 20 rep sets just because it sucks. Like it. Have you
Sucks.
ever squatted for 20? Anything?
Terrible.
It's
Yes.
terrible.
30's
But
worse.
but you feel, pretty good the day after, and the day after,
40's
and the day
terrible.
after. You
40's
end up,
terrible.
huh? 40.
40's terrible. By the way, you know that Arnold one time, like, him and his boy, like, went out in the woods and took a squat bar or a barbell and some weights and did squats for like 5 hours one day just to do it.
Worst father-son bonding experience ever.
I don't know who the dude was he took. It wasn't his son. It was some other
Oh, I
like
thought you said
person.
son.
No, some dude with Arnold back in the day. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, like, that's fine. He did a lot of fucked up shit like that, though. Hey, did
He
you see his
won.
training back in the day?
He didn't wear shoes when he squatted. Sometimes.
No, I mean, like, what was it? I thought I read somewhere where he did so many pull-ups one day where he actually felt like his lat was gonna rip off,
Yeah, yeah.
and then he decided just not gonna do it for a week. So he didn't do a pull-up that entire week, and then he went back and did pull-ups and only could hit 5, and he's like, "I'm not gonna be a pussy." So he hit 20, and it was like that was kind of what Arnold did. He was like this machismo about him that kind of you know is missing. But something I did want to
Yes.
kind of talk to you about is I think right now we have an epidemic in the community about muscular endurance.
Yes.
Nobody seems to have any,
No,
right?
that's important because it's part of the development of the like the muscles. I
Now,
mean,
if you look at people who do stuff like Arnold, right, go out in the woods and squat for 5 hours, which, by the way, you're not a serial killer at all. Um, you get that sounds like some Jamie shit though. But
are you saying he's a serial killer?
I'm saying that he has the potential to be. You just make him mad enough, and he'll. I'm pretty sure. But um, when it comes to those people, they did physical labor jobs beforehand. So, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, Arnold was a bricklayer. I think that's the most famous job that he's ever had. Yeah, he used to lay bricks. He built a wall with Colombo, right? Franco Colombo. And then they went and
Mm.
visited it for some stupid fluff piece that was done by, I think, Muscle Farm or something like that, right? Like,
Probably. Yeah.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
this is the wall that we laid. Remember that wall? Because walls. And it was so incredibly like, you could just see them going, yeah, we're doing this because of money. Um, I don't want to go back to like, okay, if I build a fence, that is the last time I want to see that fence. Like, I'm
Yeah,
so
dude.
fucking done.
Done.
Um,
That's a nice fence. Yeah, well, that's cool. See y'all later.
yeah, like, I'm never going to go out in my backyard anymore. I'm just done.
Peace.
Anyway, like, even I don't have muscular endurance, and it's something I'm currently working on by doing sets of 20 and stuff like that, right? Because you do sets of 20, people think that you're not going to gain any size from that, and that could be nothing further from the truth. You
Not
can gain.
true.
There starts to
Ronnie
be a
Coleman.
right,
Ronnie Coleman. He
yeah,
didn't do
like
anything less than 12, bro.
yeah,
Nothing
but
less than 12.
he also used those denim squat suits, so
And
those
a lot
ones that
of,
the ones that they don't sell anymore because they made people pass out.
and he also, took a lot of
Whatever,
supplements.
he had moon face too, so
It's fine. Supplements are fine. I mean, he
no
took a
worries.
lot.
Took a
A
lot, yeah.
lot.
But when it comes down to it, endurance wise, what would be something that people could do to increase endurance other than just doing ridiculous sets and stuff like that? Because I've never discussed this on this channel because it's just something that doesn't come up. Like everybody says cardio is that Spanish, and it's like, well, you do need some muscular endurance. So how would
You
somebody
do.
build that?
Burpees.
All right, besides something that doesn't suck. I
That's
might
why
be asking for myself. Don't make me do burpees.
Bro, do you know that if you can do a burpee, by the way, burpees are easy. That's like I'm the best at them. It's so easy because if you're like we are, you just land on the ground and then like your chest just takes the brunt of the impact, and then All you do is you just push yourself up, and that's where the key is. When you push yourself up, you bring your feet forward underneath you, and if you can do that well, it actually helps to improve the strength of your deadlift, believe it or not. Like it's a
Yeah.
bounding movement. So, you know, and think what you will and say what you will about, CrossFit, but one of the theories that they did get correct was in their Metcon.
Right,
Basically
right, right.
taking, the way they do metabolic training, and you can throw out terms like Tabata this, Tabata that, interval this, interval that, like whatever
Yeah.
you want to. Tabata interval combination with single rest, 30 seconds, whatever you want to do. It's just like a rap song.
Now you have Tabata hit. Do you know what that is?
Yes, I do. I do know Tabata hit.
What is
Tabata
it?
hit. It's a Tabata with high intensity training.
No, it's
Interval
where you
training.
hit anybody that does Tabata.
I
Um,
love it. That's what I was hoping you were going to say.
no,
Tabata hit.
it's a high intensity version of Tabata, which
Tabata's already high intensity, which I don't get, but whatever.
what are you gonna do? Michael Phelps it for a little bit?
Yes, with some of those suction
No,
things.
I can't. I can't. I got a 30-second rest. 30-second rest in between these sprints across the Atlantic. I don't know, man. Like it's getting crazy out there. What's some of the weirder fitness trends that you've been around to see?
Wow, oh my gosh, we like went straight from like
I
neuromuscular
know.
training to like, dude, do you want to see some trends? Like, oh my gosh, I don't even know where to begin. Like, you know, I, I know and I don't know if they're still in style, but like the really, really like colorful short shorts and tank tops for
Oh, they're
lifting
still
and
around. You remember those parachute pants that you could exercise in? They were sweat lodge pants.
dude,
Remember?
American flag style, like, you know, dude, like those were trends like that. Yes, like what kind of trends do you want, bro? Do you want like lifting trends? Do you want
Everything, man. I even have one where there was this woman who read something about tapeworms and them losing weight, right? They actually made a episode of this on 1,000 Ways to Die, but it actually was a true story. So somebody ordered tapeworms online because they thought that that would be a good way to lose weight because everybody with tapeworms loses weight. So they ordered these tapeworms, just took them down with a shot of water,
oh
and
god,
it was hospitalized. Like, I mean, this is not a fucking joke. Like, you don't infest yourself with tapeworms because you want to get a summer body.
that's a
Uh,
bad idea.
yeah, and then there's the cotton ball diet. You remember that? So people would eat cotton balls because when they were exposed to a lot of liquid, they expanded, right? And they would just eat them and
Full.
expand and make it full. So same premise of like a kind of like a gastric balloon. Do you know what those are?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
those. That's an actual surgical procedure. They do an X-ray on you to make sure that that son of a bitch doesn't open up in your esophagus and kill you. And they drop it down, and it's a balloon that goes boop. I
Yep.
don't know what the fuck that was. Someone clip that. Boop. More manly boop, and not like I'm going through high school again.
Boo.
Um, but they blow it up, and then it fills this space inside of your stomach. Somebody thought that they could do that with cotton balls. What they didn't
Oh,
realize
goodness.
is there are certain parts of cotton balls, like the cotton ball, that's not
Yeah,
digestible,
okay. Yeah, it's not
and
good.
you ended up getting like a severe intestinal blockage that ended
Not
up
good.
fucking people's worlds up. It's bad.
Not good.
It's
Not good.
bad.
Yeah.
So, and then I mean, I've in the short time, which is relatively short to your lifting experience, the short time that I've been lifting, which is about 2010 now, 2019, so 9 years now.
Mm-hmm.
So, in 9 years, right, I have seen the evolution of the fitness industry from when like supplements were just coming into the game and everything tasted like sawdust,
Mm-hmm.
all the way up until now. We have like Kraken and all that stuff. But the fitness trends, man, there's like a dime a dozen. Like even there's that girl that was. Did you read about that girl that was in the news? She like sold fitness plans, like these cookie cutter fitness plans. Shit, I'm talking out my ass. I gotta look her name up real quick. What are some fitness trends you've witnessed?
Wow, there's a ton. Let's see. Hydrogen peroxide. Drink that.
Drink?
Yeah, man, it increases the oxygenation in your body.
Oh my god. Those people should eat apple seeds too. Um,
Ugh.
okay. This is the one I was talking about. So, Brittany Dawn
Yes.
is in the news.
Brittany Dawn.
Are you familiar with her? She's a fitness influencer, right?
What's a fitness influencer? I love the name. What did this fitness influencer do? Did she watch Big Trouble in Little China? She probably has seen it.
So, what she did is she's being criticized because she basically decided, hey, I'm going to offer like Skype chats and online coaching and all that stuff. And what ended up is hundreds of dollars to her, skimming them out of hundreds of dollars. So she had like a shit ton of clients. And then she just straight up didn't deliver. And then just spent the money.
How did she not deliver though? Like she didn't send them a workout?
No. What I think happened was because this is the internet, right? Whenever you're famous on the internet and you offer something, right?
Yeah.
There's not going to be 10 people online. There's going to be 10,000. And what I think is this poor woman decided, I want to do this. This is something I can do, blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, 10,000 people. Like, how would you deal with that? Like 10,000 unread emails.
I'd be like,
would you or would you not start a revolver?
I would not.
Okay.
Suck starter, but
like,
I would definitely be like,
there's been a glitch in the matrix. Yeah, and then people are like mad at her for not fulfilling all this stuff. What happened was she was just wildly unprepared for the amount of response that she got.
Bro, like I'd be like,
And that's just my estimate, though. I'm sure she's like 890K Instagram followers.
You have to like start getting like a team of like I don't know 10,000, bro. Like I don't know what to even.
And that's honestly, guys, why. And I know we've had questions about this before. Is we've had questions.
How'd she spend it, dude? So how much was she charging for these?
I'm not. Look, I just read very quickly on my phone because I'm a loser with a smartphone.
Do you think it's like $100 or do you think it's like $10?
Fuck. You know, the going rate a couple years ago was like $250 for 8 weeks. You remember that? Like people were online coaching, $250 for 8 weeks. And you get like a phone call with them and all that shit. I'm guessing
Skype also.
Probably.
Oh my gosh, you can't do that with 10,000 people.
Imagine if you could. It'd be very lucrative. But no, like she took, from what I'm reading in just the few seconds that I glanced at that, she ended up scamming people. So yeah, spent the money. It would be easy, too, to just offer these people refunds saying, oh, I didn't know it would be this big. I'm only accepting a few. I'm going to refund everyone's money, and then I'm going to take on, the smart way would be to do it would be like, I have this many client spot open, contact me for online coaching. That's why we don't offer any online coaching, is because there's just too many fans of ours and stuff like that. I mean, something I might have you do, and this is an idea, like if you're on board with it, is pick one exercise and have that be the exercise or the exercise of the week that people can add in, right? Or people like exercise of the month or whatever, so that they can do your cyclical training. And what you can do is you can have somebody say like the one-armed dumbbell bench press. And, you can do the benefits of it and the muscles that it targets and the rep range that we want you to work with. And boom, you can work out with chaos and pain But that's just an idea. If you guys are interested in that, please let us know.
I
And
like the idea. I like the
yeah,
idea. So, dude, like, if it was 10,000 and she was just charging $100 per, you're looking at a
yeah,
million
let's fucking
dollars.
do this. Like I have
A
to
million
do.
dollars. $1 million, dude. If she had 10,000 people for $100 each, that's $1 million.
You know, if I'm gonna ask this to everybody, if you had that much goddamn money show up in your bank account overnight, and you were just overwhelmed with fulfilling the needs, would how would you handle it?
I'd go hire some help and write it off my taxes.
Well, hey, she's a fitness model. I don't know if she's. Look, I'm sure she's a very smart girl. It was just
Dude,
generalizing.
dude, I know how she could solve this whole problem if she keep all of the money
How's
and
that?
not have to do any of the Skype stuff or anything.
Yeah, what?
Well, maybe half of it. Okay. Wait, she did fitness plans for this is for all women, right? Fitness plans?
No,
Or
this
is
is
it for
for I don't know. Like I
guys,
said,
dude?
let's just say everybody right now. Let's just say everybody's included, but
Well,
mostly women
because
audience probably.
well, then I don't know how much she get. Because I'd say for the guys, what she could do is she could, instead of giving them plans, she could just send them you know, nude selfies or something,
Hey now,
and then they'd be like, "Hey, you can keep my $100." You know?
anyway, no, I don't know if that would no. It's like I
But
was thinking
it
more of
probably
an
wouldn't work though.
actual solution instead of just a bullshit solution. Jesus Christ, Ed.
Hire people, but you spent the money. You said, right?
I think she spent the money. I that's what the article's saying. Now it could be wrong. You know what, guys? Well, why don't we do like a drama in the fitness industry series?
There's so much to talk about. Like,
Let's probably plan that. But man, honestly, if it was me, I would say, you know what? I'm gonna release an app on the Apple iTunes and Google Play Store. I'm going to have custom workouts and everything like that available there, so that she can reach a wide audience and solve this at the same. I don't know, man. I hate the
well,
fact
I have a
that
question.
she
Yo,
was allowed
Bryce.
to scam people. What?
I know. Why don't you? That's a great idea about the app thing. You should you know, get Wayne to make one for me.
Hey, if the people want it, that's something that we can do. You know, I mean, something else that I wanted to kind of do with this channel is like have a no bullshit. And I know this is gonna piss a lot of people off, but
Do
uh,
it.
a no bullshit like here's how to train for a specific. I mean, and it
Yeah.
would
By the
make a lot
way,
of coaches mad.
it would. Well, I want to I'm gonna call you out. Why are you bulking, bro? Why are you gonna bulk?
I'm bulking
You,
because reasons.
well, if you're doing it to enjoy it because you want to eat a lot of food, then
Okay,
that's why
because
you
that's
do it.
why I'm going up to Austin on the
Mm-hmm.
16th.
Mm-hmm.
So what I figure is going to happen there is a bunch of debauchery when it comes to diet. So I'm just kind of gaining some weight, enjoying the ride, and then I'm going to come
Yeah.
back and do it. Because, I mean, that's the way adults deal with things. I will say this. Your Never Bulk Again series I really liked, but that is for the Gen Pop. Unfortunately, I'm going to need to be 325 to 350 pounds pre-stage weight. So I'm going to need a bulk, regardless of anything. No, you don't think so?
No. Well, I mean, that's just a lot of weight to carry, and I get you. I just feel like there's a better way to do it than getting just extremely out of shape. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
I didn't say out of shape. Like, if you're talking about bulking as in, like, me having a gut, I just said it as a joke.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
look,
Yeah.
you don't need to make every ab disappear. You don't need to make
Don't make
you
any
don't
abs
you don't
disappear.
need to pull a
No.
Always Sunny. right?
Yes, dude, that was
That was a pretty
I
cool
finally
transformation, man. That
I
was pretty
finally
cool.
saw the first episode and a half of the new season. I know it was late last year. Well, when
Yeah,
you're an adult, because I'm an adult now, you just don't have time,
yeah,
because you have to watch it when kids are asleep and stuff, and you're usually tired and going to bed because you have to work, do stuff early. Anyways,
yeah,
so wow, I was like, holy crap, Mac.
yeah,
And then
yeah. He's cut weight. Yeah,
he just kept just pulling the shirt off. It was great.
yeah. Well,
Great.
I mean, that's what you have to do if you go through that transformation.
Yeah.
Plus, I have my own theories about this, but like, I can almost guarantee you that he didn't do that for the female audience. Like, dudes notice body transformations more than females.
Oh, well,
Like,
I think
if you notice, there's going to be
yeah.
more guys that are telling you, "Yo, bro, you got awesome
Oh, yeah.
abs." Like,
Yep.
oh my god. And
Well, I mean, yeah, it goes along with his character, though. Like that's the whole point.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, it's like
But
there you go. I mean, his wife's on the show in real life. So
hey, yeah, that is true, and I'm sure she's not minding. But at the same time, man, I mean, this is something I will say, and I think this kind of bears talking about because I think it's lost a lot in the fitness industry. So you shouldn't, if you're not competing, you shouldn't have to sacrifice the things that you enjoy in life to chase
exactly.
bigger biceps,
Yes.
to chase being leaner. Because
Exactly.
if you have abs at all, you're going to be the leanest guy on the beach.
I
Like,
know, like for real, part of me was like, man, this awesome DQ Blizzard Oreo ice cream cake
yeah.
that
Now you're
that
making me smile. Oh,
I
yeah.
know, right? Oh
Yeah.
wow! Like I was like, I got that Friday night to celebrate the birthday weekend. And I was just like, wow, this is yeah, this is amazing. And
Yeah.
guess what? I think that and we already had some Reese's ice cream in there, peanut butter for the
Well, I mean, you
next
might
day
as
party.
well. Yeah.
Well, we did. I didn't know that was coming. It was like a surprise with barbecue and slaw and hush
Ooh, piece of
puppies.
candy. Ooh,
I
piece of
know,
candy.
right?
Yeah,
I know, right?
you turned into James Wood from Family Guy.
So, anyways, yeah, like I ate half of it, and I guess I still have abs, you know, and
Oh,
it's
you didn't lose them
mon-
overnight? Wait a minute.
no,
Oh
it
my
was amazing.
gosh.
But you know what? The whole thing also is that I'm back to eating like normal too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there's still some in there, but I'm kind of like, I'm cool. I'm cool, DQ. I'm cool.
Well, even as a competitor, I'm sitting here, or as a wannabe competitor, I haven't competed yet, so I probably have no reason. I have no room to talk. But
Be a competitor. Sorry.
whatever. Um, but man, you're distracting as shit more than me.
You're
Yes,
distracting.
No, you're distracting.
You're distracting. Have you seen?
Stop.
I mean, have you seen Step Brothers?
Yes,
It kind of describes that
actually.
relationship, but like we're nicer and more intelligent. I think. I like to think.
Yeah, yeah, we're not
Yeah.
borderline. Can't say that word on YouTube. So, um, the R word.
Oh, I already can't say it.
Yeah, reliable. So, when it get, hey,
Respectful.
speaking of reliable, we've been doing this for a year. This is
Can you
our
believe it's
52nd episode.
what? Thank you for letting me be on the year episode, bro.
Hey, no other than the best for people. But what I was gonna say is even as someone competing, that's a word.
Competiting.
People
Competiting
will
is a good
never
word.
bring that up again. This is the internet. That never
I,
happens.
so if you're ever
Um,
competing, you're a
but
competitor. A
competed.
competitor. You're a competitor. If you're competing, and you're competing, then you're a competitor.
But I'm just
Yes.
saying, like, enjoy life
I'm just saying, enjoy
because
life.
I'm going down to my parents to visit them because being a good son, or at least I tell myself I am,
You
and
try.
my dad likes to take us out to eat at least twice when we're down there. Right?
That's awesome, bro. Where did you
And
go?
well, usually because I am kind of neurotic sometimes, and I usually have like the cheat stuff with the wife, and I usually go somewhere that has like your basic steak, because if you go out to eat, you can still enjoy a steak or something like that, and not have to
Yes.
worry about
Yes.
because that's been an old school bodybuilder
Yes.
thing, like order the plain baked
Yeah.
potato and steak,
And
you
the
know,
steak. Or
you
the
know,
vegetables in the steak, like, or the eggs in the steak. Or go to Cracker
yeah.
Barrel. Dude, ding ding, are you ready for this? Here's a little insider tip for everybody here, for Chaos and Pain listeners. If you go to Cracker Barrel, get the Country Boy breakfast, and go with the sirloin. It's like the best meal for your money
Yeah.
at Cracker Barrel. I mean, you don't have to eat
Well,
the apples, and you don't have to eat the gravy, but it has grits, it's got eggs, sirloin steak medium. Go with it, man. Go medium,
yeah. Yeah.
and you're like you crush it. It's amazing with some coffee.
Cracker Barrel doesn't quite taste the same to me anymore.
What happened?
Since, well, 11 years of service has gone by. I had to do it. Brad's wife. Justice for Brad's wife. My life is a living meme. Did you not hear about that?
No, I don't know what happened.
Okay, there's this employee at Cracker Barrel who got fired, right? After 11
Hmm.
years of service on her husband's birthday.
What?
Now,
Why?
there's no discussion of how or why this happened. She just did. And now the internet has taken up in arms to have justice for Brad's
Because
wife.
because
Because
the internet
they
that never
fired her.
overreacts. Internet never overreacts and always
Ever.
makes
By
makes
the way, the
logical, sound
social
decisions.
media, the social media for Cracker Barrel is destroyed now with Brad's wife memes. Like
Are you kidding?
if you
That's
go to any
hilarious.
Cracker
I'm
Barrel,
going to.
it's
Yes,
still going on, and it is
I'm
wonderful.
definitely.
And keep doing your thing, internet. We
Keep
love
doing it,
you.
internet. I love it. That's great.
Just like after this podcast, Ed is going to watch Lemon Stealing Whores, because after I found out about Lemon Stealing Whores, I will leave a link in the description to the most relevant meme of this year. Lemon Stealing Whores. Some people say it's dead.
Women's
It will
Stealing Whores.
forever be immortalized in my brain. We're talking about those
Women
cringy porn
stealing whores.
intros.
I,
So apparently they have this lemon tree, and they're fucking in love with this lemon tree. But you better watch out, because this neighborhood's full of these lemon stealing whores. And it's like this girl stuffing lemons into her fucking one-piece whatever bathing suit, right?
hey, what are you
And
doing
then,
stealing those lemons? I'm gonna teach you a lesson.
actually, you're not too far off, because they're like, it's been a whole 10 seconds since we looked at our wonderful lemon tree. And then they look behind them, and the guy goes, "What the fuck?" It is the Let me tell you something, okay? If you're listening here, and I know we got off on the subject, and I'll get back to that. If you're in the adult movie industry, and you do not have a cringily bad acted, very, very funny intro, you're not making the most out of your money, because
No, you're not.
those will make people like myself who research these things for science
Watch it.
go and watch the actual original piece of art.
Lemon stealing horse.
Lemon stealing horse. But do not let the small things in life pass you by. Because when it comes to eating out with your family, don't be that guy that drinks water. Enjoy your life.
For
And
reals. With a Z.
because I used to be that guy. I used to go there and I'm like,
I
oh, I
could
can't eat.
too. I can't do this. Oh no, you don't put butter on the steak. What? Put all the butter you want on that steak. Load that bitch up. Eat it out. Give me some A1 sauce. Come on.
Eat it out.
Let's go to town.
Eat it out.
All day, baby. Love that smell.
But anyway, guys, we are coming up on an hour, and we probably talked. We did it. We've probably talked your ear off.
We didn't even really talk about neuromuscular training, except, we can talk about it again because it is kind of a complex issue.
Well, we're going to talk about that, and we're also going to talk about, I think if you'll come back on with me, we'll talk about neuromuscular training, and we'll talk about how to implement it and how to program your whole workout routine to avoid possible muscle imbalances later in life, because you're going to be doing more articles on the subject, and it's been a year, and there's going to be another year and another year. I'm sorry, people that want me replaced. I'm kind of the only person that they have to edit these videos and shoot them and all this. It's really is like MacGyver around here. Like,
who wants everybody you fired?
Huh?
Who wants you fired or replaced?
Everybody who can't stand my face. I don't blame them, but also not going anywhere. There's like one person that created like a fake social media account, and I absolutely love them because they make my day. Like,
that's hilarious.
They followed me on Instagram one time, right? Under the name Wayne Banks, which, by the way, you're not Wayne Banks. He's not. And
Wayne
they're
Spanks.
like, commenting. They're commenting on my videos and stuff that I posted on my Instagram. Was like, you have a lazy eye. Well, okay, yeah,
wow.
I did.
What?
And then I had this video up of me lifting because I hate. I was doing a form demonstration, like squeezing your glutes in a squat, right? Because I'm tired of people just moving the weight. You need to squeeze your fucking glutes.
You squeeze your glutes. Of course, if you don't squeeze your glutes, you can't get the activation of the hand.
Oh, you only put 195 or whatever on the bar. That was my warm up. Like, I don't record. Also, I don't record my working. Like, okay, I know I should in the social media age. I probably should record.
No, you're too into it at that point. Who cares if you're recording? You're trying to lift the weight.
Well, I'm just, like, I have to stop. I have to set everything up.
I know.
I have to.
Yeah, don't do that. Why?
And usually I take too long in the gym anyway.
Haters!
Well, I'm okay with the haters, though. Like, I'm even okay. Exactly. I'm even okay with, like, there's some memes that are popping up about the hatecast.
Seaside?
Okay, well, you just created another one.
That's what I aim to do.
Seaside. What side you from? Little China. Anyway, guys, thank you for a fantastic year. Thank you for fantastic viewership. And we will see you
sometime.
In the next one. In the next one. I'll see you in the next one. Ed will probably be gone. Also, by the way, this shirt right here, Keep Staring, you can buy over at www.castandpain.com. Also, the person who the shirt is inspired by will be on the Hatecast soon.
What word?
Yeah.
No way.
Peace.
That's gonna be pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good one, man.
Well, because I know it's good because I was on it.
Okay. But anyway, I didn't end it yet. I did.
You tried and you failed.
Conan, what is best in life? Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of their women. That is good. That is good.
Too many thoughts on my mind, I can't sleep at night, so I just keep writing. I don't need no help, I don't need opinions, so don't waste my time then. I just been living online, my city don't show me no loving, that's fine. Fuck local radio stations, I got more plays than all of these rappers combined. I'm going again, I've been going in, I'm fed up with so many things, I gotta just let it all out. I'm talking about the shit they've been talking about, telling me I should do this, telling me I should do that, telling me things about rap, talking the truth and that stab in my back, they will knock me off track. No, too many things have been building, been hard to deal with, I just been drinking. Remember my moves in the past, I'm wondering what was I thinking. Lately I'm living in fear, wondering what if the end is so near. All of this shit going on, the shootings are strong, one shot to the head and I'm gone. I'm losing control but I can't let it go, cause I'm trying to get more. And I've been in the moment, I've been in the zone, and I'm moving alone. I don't pick up the phone when my family call, I've been doing it wrong and I don't know what's happening. Trying to get what I just been imagining, getting close and I just been examining all of the fake shit the game has been packaging.
Valor pleases you, Crom. So grant me one request. Grant me revenge. And if you do not listen, then the hell with you.
I come from a town where most of the people are so close-minded. They go into school and they work in a job but they don't even like it. I won't be put in a box, nobody telling me what I should rock, nobody telling me what I should drop, cause I do what I want and just know I don't stop. Recording till 4 in the morning, they snoring, I'm pouring my soul into every story. I'm writing, producing, I mix it, I master, I'm building my craft and I'm not looking back. I've been going doing things I wanna do when I want to. Everybody wanna get a win but they not do. Everybody wanna copy you but they not you. Everybody wanna be cool but they not new. Whoa, look how I go, gonna be a dentist, I still got the flow. Never gonna lose cause I'm still doing both. Never gonna lose cause I've been on the road. Come to your state and I'm killing the show. Know that I'm young and I still gotta grow. Know that I'm working the most, know I'm never gonna choke, and I'm looking back down on the people below.
I've been keeping real, I've been doing what I feel. I've been out here trying to kill every beat, I know I will. Everything I'm working